Alright, here we are, episode 4 and the final leg of our 10-day road trip through the Northern Territory and top end of Australia. I just want to give a last minute shout out to everyone who commented, shared these videos and gave feedback about the series I've made over the past few weeks. It truly makes the countless hours that have gone into this all worthwhile, and I'm super stoked that a few of you are actually that inspired that you've bought flights and you're going to check it out for yourself. That's what it's all about, and if you missed episodes 1, 2 and 3, then be sure to check them out, subscribe to our Facebook and YouTube channels, and keep posted for more videos to come real soon. In this episode, we'll be sadly leaving Kakadu National Park after 3 nights. We're going to go stay a night at Mary River, and then we're going to make tracks back towards Darwin to get ourselves a well-earned big bowl of ramen. We'll then check out some street art and then have some sunset beers down at Mindle Beach Markets before flying back home to the Gold Coast. Alright, so today is our last day staying at Kooinda in Kakadu. Yeah, today we're off to a place called Mary River, but first of all we're going to have a bit of a swim in the pool and just chill out, so yeah. A few people have asked if they only had a few days in Kakadu, what would be the top 3 things to do? That's easy. Number 1, Jim Falls, hands down. You have to go here. The hike in and the swim in the water hole is actually a highlight of my life. So highly recommend that. Number 2, the Yellow Water River Cruise. If you want to see wildlife, this is the place to do it. Stay at Kooinda Lodge, get up, do the sunrise cruise. And number 3, Ubir Aboriginal Rock Art Site. This place is absolutely unbelievable. It just blew my mind. All 3 of these locations are actually featured in the previous episode in this mini-series. And as I keep on repeating myself, stay at Kooinda Lodge for a minimum of 3 nights if you can, just so that you can cram as many of these experiences in as possible, whilst also being situated in the most central location of Kakadu National Park. But yeah, we've just got to our accommodation at Mary River Wilderness Retreat. Got to get the beers, can't forget the beers. So this safari tent here set us back about $150 for the night. It has basically everything you need in it besides aircon. It's got a pedestal fan, but that would just be the epitome of glamping. Highly recommend this experience for at least one night when you stay in the top end of Australia. Here at Mary River Wilderness Retreat, there's a couple of really nice pools that you can chill out by, and you can also hire a birdwatching buggy for $30 for the hour. Now, birdwatching buggy is an absolute oxymoron because we barely saw anything, mainly due to the fact that the way that Zoe was driving, as you can see here. But you're cracking sticks, you're making a ruckus coming through the bush, and we barely saw anything. We did see a couple of kingfishers and a few rainbow bee eaters. And also keep an eye out for the saltwater crocs on the banks of the river if you happen to do this experience. The next morning we got up at sunrise for a 3-hour drive back towards Darwin for the last night of our trip. So for our last night we're staying at Mantra in the middle of Darwin. Check this. Not bad, Darwin, not bad. Now, if you know Zoe and I personally, you'll know that we're quite the ramen or Japanese food connoisseurs. So as soon as we checked into the hotel and had some internet, we scoped out the best Japanese restaurant in Darwin and we went down to treat ourselves. This place is called Ichi Izakaya. Highly recommended if you ever come to Darwin. And here, let's go check out Lameroo Beach. Fucking better not be lame. Now, there's so many things to see and do in Darwin City itself, but we were on a bit of a budget. It was towards the end of the holiday, so we went down to the beach, checked that out, and then we went around the back streets and the alleys because Darwin is actually really well known for a lot of its street art, believe it or not. So a few of my favourite artists, including Soffles and O'Deeth, actually had some pieces here. So we downloaded the app and we went and checked it out. So this is O'Deeth. This is all perspective. So yeah, it looks pretty ordinary, but when you get back to here, look at that shit. So after a big day of walking around Darwin City and swimming at the lagoon, we headed for the Mindle Beach Sunset Markets. This place was highly recommended to us by a bunch of our friends and it did not disappoint. There's a heap of local arts and crafts, live bands and a massive range of worldly food stalls available on offer. We grabbed ourselves a juice and a few dimmies and headed straight down to the sands to watch the sunset over the ocean, which is a bit of an experience for us Queenslanders being on the east coast, but we didn't have too long before we had to head to the airport, say goodbye to Lukey and jump on a plane back home to the Gold Coast. So there you have it, the fourth and final episode of our first travel vlog series through the Northern Territory and the top end of Australia. I just want to give so much love to all our friends again who made this trip come to fruition. This trip really did wonders for our souls. Your support and love towards us in these difficult times truly does not go unforeseen, so thank you so much, guys. And lastly, I just want to respectfully acknowledge and thank the traditional custodians of this land. We pay respects to their elders, past, present and emerging. I promise, all we left were footprints, so thank you.